Hello, and welcome to this Unit 5 of this week. The topic for this week is finding OER. By the end of this week, you will be able to search for open educational resources and also use OER for online learning. It is estimated that there are now more than 1.4 billion works licensed under various Creative Commons licensing. This is State of the Commons 2017. What this invariably means is that we have more than enough Creative Commons works to use for our OER. And either we are working on our journals, we are working on our course materials, we are working on the classwork assignments, or our projects. You have enough Creative Commons license work. As at 2017, we have 1.4 billion. By now, I'm very sure the numbers must have increased. A very good example is the Wikimedia, whose most well-known project is a free online encyclopedia. Wikipedia uses a Creative Commons attribute share alike license for its online content. To simplify things, you can think of OER falling into two categories, which is the content or the tools. Now, the content. We refer to the content as a course material, either a journal, the classwork, assignment, project, and so on. For the tools, we look at the tools as free softwares. These are applications that you will use for educational purposes. A very good example is the Modular application, the A-Tutor. We have quite a number of these OER tools. We have softwares that you can use for video editing that are still OER and so on. But we should be focusing on two major categories of search, which is the general search and the educational search. Many educators are simply looking for individual media elements to use within their courses, such as photos, graphics, videos, audios that are openly licensed in a way that freely permits educational use. However, we gain a lot by finding open educational resources that other educators have already vetted and assembled into educational content, such as full courses, workshops, textbooks, tests, and assessments. Now, this actually makes it easy for you to work on your OER materials because you really do not need to reinvent the wheel. You have most of these materials that you need online. The most important thing is knowing where to find them. These search tools are focused on helping you find and select appropriate OERs. We'll be focusing on 10 different search types for the purpose of this unit. We'll be looking at the general search and the educational search. But for now, Google is the most used and most popular search engine in the world. Google has an advanced search feature that gives you the perimeter to search for a free to use, share, or modify content, images, audio, or whatever you are looking for. And if you want to use for commercial purposes also, there are options for that using Google search. As you can see on my screen, this is what the advanced search looks like. We'll be looking at basics of how to use the Google search later in the lecture. Creative Commons search tools. The Creative Commons search tools also automatically filters your search to find Creative Commons licensed resources that you can share, use, and remix. This is what it looks like. Apparently, they also have a new Creative Commons page which will be showing to us. Photos and image search. For photos and image search, you can also use the Creative Commons search tool to search for your images and photos. You can also use the Wikimedia Commons, you can use your Flickrs, you can use your Google image, you can use your Photopedia, you can use your Pixabay, and also OpenClipArt. These are not just the only tools to use for your search. There are quite a number of them, but With these very few that have been mentioned here, I'm very sure that it will actually help you, get the results you desire. Also, Encyclopedia of Life. The good thing about Encyclopedia of Life is that it focuses mainly on science and animal. If you're actually looking for an image or of an animal and you are probably doing a research on an animal, Encyclopedia of Life is the best tool to use for such. This is what it looks like. The global access to knowledge about life on Earth. Public Library of Science also, you can use this also for your image search. This is what the site looks like. YouTube is one of the most popular video servers in the world. It's free, and also it has a Creative Commons license that helps you search Creative Commons videos. It's just like a channel on the YouTube where you get to see all Creative Commons videos. You can also search for videos in Vimeo, vimeo.com/Creative Commons. This is what it looks like. TED is a non-profit devoted to ideas worth spreading. It started about in 1984. Basically, what it does is it brings people from three worlds. That's the technology, entertainment, and design. And these videos are released under the Creative Commons license by NC/ND license. So they can be freely shared and posted, but not for commercial purposes, and it should not be remixed. So Al Jazeera also has a Creative Commons repository that hosts broadcast quality footage that Al Jazeera has released under various Creative Commons licenses. Audio and music search. Jamando. Jamando offers more than 350,000 free music tracks licensed under Creative Commons, all available for streaming and unlimited download without ads. So here you can get your audio files for your project also. This is what the Jamando site looks like. Also, CC Mixer. CC Mixer is a community music site featuring remixes licensed under Creative Commons also. We have the free music archive. You can also get your audio files from here. It offers free downloads under Creative Commons and other licenses. Educational search. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. For your project, for your classworks, and probably you're actually looking for an OER to use for a course material for your students. OER Commons actually has alliances with over 120 major content partners to provide a single point of access which educators and learners can search across. So basically, the OER Commons site is just like a site that gives you um, the link to other various sites where you can find your OER for your educational purposes. The collection of access over 30,000 items find and provided descriptive information about each resource and retrieve ones they need. Also, the Orange Grove. Orange Grove is a Florida digital repository, but this actually focuses on K-12 and post-secondary school resources. If you are looking for materials for your secondary school or probably diploma and so on, post-secondary school actually, you can actually, use Orange Grove repository. Open Yale courses also. Now for recorded lectures and video tutorial search, the Open Yale courses. Open Yale is a university in America, and they provide lectures and other materials from selected Yale College courses licensed under Creative Commons. Also, MIT also has a YouTube channel, where they upload their recorded lectures. And also they have the MIT Open Courseware Initiative. This is a Creative Commons licensed web-based publication for virtually all MIT on-campus course content online, including lecture notes, exams, and videos. Webcast Berkeley and Khan. Also, you can get your recorded videos and video tutorials here. Open textbook search. Open textbook search, you have the college open textbook, the same as an Openstax College is a non-profit organization committed to providing students access to quality learning material. So we can actually visit some of the sites to get our open textbook search. For simulation and animation search, the Phet, that Phet. This provides for interactive research-based simulation for physical phenomena for free. Now, so if you need a simulation or animation, probably you are actually looking for the simulation of how the heart beats or whatever you might be working on, you could come to Phet to search for such simulation or animation. Modular courses component. Modular courses, where can you find them? Connections and Melot. But most of these sites, you need to actually register with them to actually, download and use some of these content. You also have the opportunity to also contribute into a material. You are not just there to download. Also, Wiki Educator. Now it's also a community, and Wikiversity is a foundation project devoted for learning resources. So you can find your modular courses in any of these sites. Finally, complete courses. The Carnegie Mellon University Open Learning Initiative is a grant-funded group at the Carnegie Mellon University, offering innovative Creative Commons licensed online courses for anyone who wants to learn or teach. Then, of course, the Open Course Library. This Open Course Library is a collection of expertly developed educational materials, which include textbooks, syllabi, course activities, readings, and assessment. So you have like 81 high enrollment courses, and you have the complete courses, available in this site. MIT courseware also, then also the Open Courseware Consortium search. So we could also look at this site to find complete courses. You have the UK Open University Learning Space. You have over 600 free online courses available from introduction to postgraduate level. Then the Sailor.org is a free and open collection of college learning courses developed by a team of experienced college professors to fulfill the same learning objective as traditional college courses. Now let's look at how you can use your Google for some of this advanced search. You will recall we made mention of Google advanced search. Now we want to use Google to search for OER material for a project. Take for instance, I'm working on the introduction of computer and I need an image that is OER to use for my project or for my classwork. So what I do is I come to Google, I say to computer. Okay, now as you can see on the screen, I have a computer here, but how do I search for OER materials using Google? I come to settings, I go to advanced search, computer is already here. The exact word or phrase. Basically, I try not to tamper with any of this. So what I do, a language, any language, region, any region, anytime, terms of appearing anywhere in the page and so on. So the most important thing for me is the user rights. That's where it gets interesting. So as you can see here, I have the non-filtered by license. This searches for all images that has to do with the computer. But I want to be specific on the kind of image I want. So I'm going to use the free to use, share or modify or even commercial. Now I have everything that has to do with basic knowledge of computers. Now as you can see, I have my OpenText BC. This is also one of the sites where you can find OERs, but this is this as it appears on my screen. But now I want images, so I'm clicking on the image. Now I have various kind of images to use for my project. All the images that you see on my screen are all OER images. Means I can use this image for my project. And also, we can also quickly look at using Creative Commons. Now, good. Now we have Creative Commons. I want to search for the same computer using the Creative Commons search. All I need to do is to come here, search for CC images. Okay, like I said earlier on, this is what the new Creative Commons search site looks like. So I do putting computer here. I'm searching for all content, so it gives me both image, audio, and whatsoever. So as you can see on your screen, it's I have various kind of computers. I have audio effects, I have images, and so on. So I will be the one to choose the image or the content that is more appropriate to whatever project I'm working on. And the same applies to every other of the search tools that has been shown to us. I will suggest that at our own time we visit some of these sites and you probably search for anything of our choice, try and work on our course materials, try and work on our project using some of these sites that have been shown to you for OER. Thank you and see you in week 2.